Hey there, Mariana here. So today I wanted to do a live stream about sales because a lot of people come to me because they're afraid of doing sales and they don't want to be slimy and sleazy, and it's a really common problem. And so today I wanted to address this. If you know anybody who is struggling with the sales process, please go ahead. If you know just one person that would benefit from this training, this live stream, please share it out because I think this is so important for entrepreneurs to know that it is okay to sell your stuff and how to do it in a really graceful way that not only helps your clients but also helps you as a business owner to remain in business. So I'm just gonna go share this out right now. Please share it out as well, even if you're on the replay. And we'll be right here in a minute. Okay, so I'm sharing out in the Entrepreneurial Moms community. That is the group that I am the leader of. And it's an awesome community for mom entrepreneurs to support each other, like-minded moms who are going through similar stuff. So a lot of the people that I help are in service-based businesses. They want to make an impact. They want to help other people. They want to make a difference with their business. And one of the big blocks that I find working with you guys is that a lot of times we're not 100% open to receiving payment for the things we do. We want to help others, and it comes from a very loving place. And then we struggle with asking for a sale or having a set plan, having a set way to actually make money so that you can continue doing it. So I just mentioned something that I want to highlight here for a second, and that is if your business is not making money, you cannot continue to serve. You cannot continue to reach more people. You cannot continue to expand your message and help more people. So the mere fact of making money allows you to continue on and to expand your services and to help more people. So when you start to change the mindset of like I'm doing a sale, or like I'm trying to convince somebody, or I'm force feeding somebody something, and you switch that so that it starts to be, this is the best way that I can help more people. This is how I can continue to do what I do. This is actually helping them. And I'm going to share another tip and another thing that I helped one of my clients with. Hey, Kate. One of my clients came to me and they were unable to be open to receiving money for payment. And they were doing a lot of free calls. And then the free calls would just kind of end there because they didn't have, they didn't know how to reach out to people. They didn't know what to say. And so then the free call would end there and their ability to help that person was over. And so what happens in sales is it allows you to keep helping that person even more. So I want you to, again, think about it this way. You can help not only more people, but you can help somebody much deeper. And when this person allowed for them to make money through the sale of that coaching package, they were then able to service that person for months and see a humongous transformation through their work together. And that is the ultimate proof that you should sell, right? That you should create sales, because that allows for the transformation to happen with your clients, because you can then serve them for a longer period of time and then they get the transformation and then everybody wins, right? So not only is it for you to continue to stay in business, but it's also beneficial to your client. And so how do you start to do sales in a way that's non-salesy? And this is a question I get asked a lot. It's something I feel really passionate about because I don't think that pushing products or saying like, buy this now really works. It doesn't work. So don't try to do that. Number one. Number two is one thing that you can do is remember that the sale happens like way before somebody gets on the phone with you. So I have had people approach me for my packages, for my programs that I didn't even know were following me. They never once commented or said anything on any of my posts, replied to my emails, nothing. And so I want you to know that when you're building this business, if you're marketing online, you don't know who's following you. You have no idea if somebody is just about to make that decision to work with you. And so that's really where the sale starts. The sale starts by you getting out there. That sale starts when you show up, when you are yourself, and when you put your message out there, no matter what, even if it's scary, even if it's all of the stuff, right? Like there's just so much around visibility that I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But that is what is going to allow you to get sales. Knowing that it happens way before people get actually on the phone with you. That was tip number 1, is that the sale happens way before somebody actually gets on the phone with you. So that actually helps too to take the pressure off of the official sales call. So when you're on the sales call, just think of it as they've already made up their mind. Otherwise, why would they spend their precious time talking to you on the phone if they didn't really believe that you would be able to help them? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, I would like for you to think about is that, like I said, they already want to work with you, and that it is a service to them. It's not you're doing something to them. When you switch that around, it really starts to allow you to accept and receive money. And know that this is a lot of mindset as well as action. So with my 6-month coaching program clients, I actually listen to their sales calls because there are some things, there's a general flow that you want to have. There's a confidence that you want to have in your voice, and we work on training that. But I also think even more than all of that is your mindset around what you believe sales is. If you inherently believe that sales is bad, then you got to change that. You have to, hey, Kristen, you got to change the way that you think about sales if you think sales is bad, because as an entrepreneur, we need sales for our business to survive. There's just no going around that. And when you switch to the mindset to this is how I can then help somebody, and here's the other piece, if you 120% believe that the thing you're offering is going to help somebody, then it would actually be hurting them if you don't offer to work with them, if you don't offer them the service, or if you don't allow them to take the next step. So that's one of the things too. Do you believe in the product or the service that you provide? Do you believe that it's helpful to others? If you're struggling with believing, number 1, I did a live stream, I think 2 days ago, because yesterday we went fishing. So 2 days ago, I did a live stream about believing and how you really do believe in yourself. So go back and watch that. And if you're still struggling with believing that your service is worth the money or any of that, then I encourage you to do some free coaching, some free services, so that you can start to see what the results are and what the transformations are that are possible. And then that will allow you to say, okay, yes, like get your confidence up. Like, yes, I can do this. I can help people. They can get the results. They can feel really great while working with me. So that's how you can start to shift that mindset. And yeah, so the other thing is, are you like in alignment, right? So is everything you're doing feel good? If it doesn't feel good, that energy can be transferred on a sales call really, really easily. And so that's why if you're really brand new and you've never had a client ever, I really encourage you to do some pro bono work, some free calls, and then you never know, they might pay for your services afterwards. They might want to continue with you, that kind of thing. So don't think that it's never going to come back. I always think in business and really in life and everything, once you give a little bit, you always get it back, and either in the same way or a similar way. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? So anytime you give, you always will get back something in return. And it doesn't always have to be from that specific person, but it's just like karma style. That's kind of how I believe in things. So it's definitely goodwill to do some free coaching, but it's really great for your confidence if you're struggling with feeling in alignment and feeling like it's, the right path for you. Thank you, Kristen. So tell me like kind of what reservations you guys might still have about sales, because I think a lot of it is really the mindset. Like I said, I think there's some tactical stuff, but I think more than anything, it's like the mindset. I can't tell you, like when I started doing sales on my own, well, I should say I did sales for like 4 years in college, and I was selling vitamins at GNC actually. And then I went into network marketing and I was doing sales through there. And I was like in a shell. I was so afraid. I was terrified. I shook like a leaf anytime I talked to anybody. And it wasn't until I branched out on my own and I started to, like I said, gain this confidence about the service that I could provide. And also, I think I wasn't in alignment. Like the product was not, like I'm not that aligned with a product compared to providing a service, because I've always been service based my whole life. Like that's why I was a nurse. That just made more sense for me. So once I got into alignment, I then just had to make the shifts about my confidence and the thing that I provided. And so I did that through providing free coaching. I did a lot of free coaching. And then I felt much more comfortable. I saw my people's transformation that improved. And I listened to my own calls, and I highly suggest you do the same thing. So if you can, record the calls and ask them, of course, if it's okay, and then record the calls and then just go back and listen to them and say, like, was I really listening? Was I really going, in the order? Was I painting a good picture? Like, was I confident? Like, did I sound scared? Like, all of that kind of stuff can really transform the way that your sales calls go. And when I started this process, and I call it, like when I did my live stream about mastery, this is kind of one of the things that I mean is mastery, like over, getting good and just being comfortable in a sales conversation. That is one of the things you want to master in your business, because that's just one piece of the sales process. Like I said, the sale starts way before people start to actually want to work with you. And through that, when you start to just practice and iron out and listen to it and tweak, and then the next person comes and then you tweak again, or you start to practice even on your own. I can't tell you how many times I use like the voice note. Great to listen to your own, how your voice goes and all of that, right? You just start to master it and you start to tweak things. And that's how you get better. That's how you get comfortable. That's how it stops being awkward. Besides the mindset of like, this is what's going to help them, but then also this is how I sounded, and that's not how I meant to sound. And that's oftentimes what it is. Like we aren't even meaning to sound that, we're just a little bit nervous, and so that transfers. I'm trying to think of what else, because I thought I had another thing on that. And by like, I would have never thought that like a year later, I have like totally booked practice, right? Like I don't have to worry about sales. It comes easily to me. If I have an intention to fill up more or take less on, then I can, right? And so that allows me the freedom by doing that work. And so it's definitely not effortless, but it's something that you can do as well. And anything else you guys want to talk about with regard to sales or the sales process? Let me know. I also think too, like when you're in a coaching relationship, it's at the utmost important that you be 100% transparent, like, can you really help them or not? I also think it's really important to be 100% not pushy, because how you're starting the coaching relationship, either from like, I've just pushed you into a $20 million sale and now I'm going to be your number one advocate, which I believe a coach is somebody who's a partner and who's an advocate and who works together, and you're, helping somebody. So you can't do both if you've pushed somebody or guilted somebody into a sale. And so when you remove that and when you stop and just say, like, okay, how can I help you? Can I help you? Yes or no? Be totally honest. And I have had sales calls where I tell them I can't help you. That's, that's all you have to do. Like, be honest, be open, and be relaxed, and then see what happens. Thank you, Kristen. So yeah, so I'm gonna hop off because I do have another one at 2 o'clock. So I just wanted to come on here and talk and just talk about sales, a little bit about my experience. By the way, my experience, like when I first started, I couldn't even offer a sale. Like, I was so terrified. And now I do it with ease. It's easy. And I shouldn't say easy because I don't like just hard close people, but it's easy. Like, I don't feel like a nervous wreck for 3 days knowing that something's coming up. And so that has really like helped me, is just changing my mindset. And so that's why I'm open about it. I also think you want to master this if you want to continue to be in business. It's really important. So if you have any questions or anything else that you want to talk about and you're on the replay, or you want to keep being on here, just post them and I'll come back and answer them in a little while. And that is it. Have an awesome day. If you're not already, come and join the Entrepreneurial Moms community. Like I said, it's a community of mom entrepreneurs who support each other. And I don't have anything to sell, like I said, because I am sold out right now of my coaching practice, and I'm working on coming out with my course. It's coming out hopefully by the end of the month. And it's a course on creating content and making it super fast. So have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.